Today, it's been 25 years. We pause to remember the 12 students and one teacher killed at Columbine High School on April 20th, 1999. More than 20 others were injured. We were all changed. Thank you so much for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5. I'm Jacqueline Allen. Each of those photos you saw frozen in time have probably become familiar to you now. Their loved ones opened up their photo albums to share with you the wonderful lives they lived before that day and reflected on who they might have become today. Our Jessica Porter has their stories.
Of course, I think about them all the time. You never stop thinking about them or what they'd be doing now. I think about what kind of an uncle he would have been to my kids, and he also did want to be a farmer or own his own car shop.
Yeah.
So I could picture him living in the country. He loved the countryside.
This is Connie Sanders, one of Dave Sanders' daughters. If Dave Sanders' dad were around now, he would likely be coaching and enjoying the heck out of his grandchildren and just enjoying time with my mom. When we think about what he did that day, we realize that he saved generations of families when he saved hundreds of students.
Daniel's mom, Sue, describes his engaging smile and beautiful blue eyes that would light up a room, calling him sensitive and caring, always with a quick, comforting hug, a funny kid with an infectious laugh, so full of questions and wanting to know how things work.
Lauren was an incredible daughter, sister, friend. If you had known her, she would have been your best friend. She was incredibly giving. She loved making you laugh. She was goofy. She wanted to save the world. She wanted to save animals. She wanted to go out and save the earth.
Kyle's inscription at the memorial reads, "A true friend to those who chose to take the time to know him. He loved his brother, family, cats, ice cream, pizza, and riding his bike. He always smiled, forgave, and saw the good in those around him."
I love talking about Rachel as a sister. She was feisty and fun and sarcastic and silly. She also had an old soul and could be very deep and thoughtful. I wish I could have seen who Rachel became. All of us were a little bit different from each other, and she was outgoing and had big dreams.
Cassie's parents, Brad and Misty, wrote that Cassie had a sweet, loving, and accepting spirit, and she loved her church youth group activities. Cassie dreamed of becoming an obstetrician, wanting to make the world a better place by delivering babies.
All I can say, he was Mr. Beautiful. He'd been a big-time music executive, and I promise you he'd have made it way better than I could have thought I could do it. And he probably would have been a comedian, probably would have been in the movies right now, because he had the goods.
You've asked us to share a bit of Matthew with you, which is always so hard to do when you love someone, to try to put them into a few words. He was really good at math and science, and he dreamed of attending the school of mines or CU and probably becoming an engineer. He loved to play sports, and being outdoors was his happy place. He loved to fish. He loved his family, especially his little brother, friends, and his teammates.
Stephen has been described as a Star Wars fan who watched the movies so much that he could speak the lines along with the actors. He also dreamed of being a Navy Top Gun and piloting an F-16.
He was a really intelligent kid, straight A student, very, very shy, very gentle, a bit nerdy, someone who loved pets, who loved video games. He was not athletic at all, and yet he joined the cross-country team. He was very, very introverted, and yet he joined the debate team to help overcome that. And I think that's a great lesson for everyone, to take on the weaknesses.
Corey's inscription from the memorial says he was an outdoorsman at heart. He loved the mountains, camping with his family, hunting, golfing, and fly fishing at Yellowstone. He was saving up for his first car and could have a whole room laughing. His goal was to become an officer in the Marine Corps.
This is Dee. Here are some things I wish you knew about Kelly. She was gentle, quiet, and shy, stubborn, funny, and thoughtful. She was learning to play the guitar. Ode to Joy was recognizable. Her laughter would fill the upstairs as she'd sit cross-legged on her floor, watching black and white reruns of I Love Lucy. Kelly had discovered a love of writing.
She wrote numerous short stories and poems and dreamed of one day being a published author. Kelly signed off all her emails and letters with "Keep Smiling," and in her memory, that is what we all try to do.
That is what we can do. And in the second half hour of our newscast, we'll hear from Frank DeAngelis, who served as principal at Columbine High School that day and for 15 more years after that. He shares with us his key to healing from the tragedy. President Biden released a statement today saying, in part, Jill and I continue to pray for the survivors and families impacted by this traumatic event, as well as a community that was forever changed. We know that pain never goes away. And First Lady Jill Biden in Colorado today for a White House initiative on women's health. She paused for a moment of silence to remember those affected by the tragedy.